Alright everybody, we're ready to wrap up the videos about the game rounds with Phase 3. This is the status phase, which is basically the resolution phase, and this is just cleaning up the mess that you created from the previous phase. So the first thing that we do is qualifying for objectives. Let me get an example here. So this is where, as I mentioned in earlier videos, at this point, if it's an early round, the first round, everybody's just going to have their secret objective, which they don't reveal. They only reveal this if they qualify. But if there's public objectives, you can qualify for this. I don't know if order of qualification is specified amongst the players. I think it's just kind of open. And if people qualify at the same time from the previous round, they can. It's basically a tie because the number 8 card, Bureaucracy, on the strategy cards gives you the opportunity to win in the second phase and skip trying to win in the third phase. But anyways, if there's any public objective card, you can qualify for that. So that's the first order of business with the cleanup. And then that, if you score any victory points for qualifying for those objectives, you would place a command counter on it, so you would not be able to earn that objective again. You've already gotten it, but you would get the victory point on the victory track for that. And the next order of business, you would repair all damaged ships. So really it's only War Suns and Dreadnoughts, but you mark that a ship is damaged by flipping it over instead of removing it from the board. So you go around all your Dreadnoughts and War Suns and just flip them back over, so now they have 2 defense. The next thing is that you remove all your command counters. So you take these back and you send them back to your reinforcements. You don't put these back on your race sheet. So they go back to your reinforcements. This is part of not exhausting your command counters in one game round and kind of balancing out, because you only get a minimal amount of command counters to start the next round. Next, you refresh planet cards. So say I've exhausted Garbosia building, I can flip this back over and it's now active again for the next round. Then I receive 1 action card from the gigantic action card deck. I forget how many are in here, but there's so many, and these are basically disruptive elements that they can be played at any time depending on what they are. An example is like emergency repairs. Choose a system, immediately repair all your Dreadnoughts and War Suns in the chosen system. Play at any time. There's other examples like you can infest somebody's planet with a disease that kills all the ground forces, or if you hit a Dreadnought, you can play a direct hit and just immediately destroy it. So it's just all kinds of different stuff. So you get 1 of those, and you get 2 command counters back to go into your pool on your race sheet. Well, once you've done that, you can redistribute your command counters. So if you have a lot of command counters and you want to upgrade your fleet count in a hex, you can add 1 to your fleet supply. If you have 0 in your strategy allocation, you could put both of them in your strategy allocation. It really is completely up to you, and that's part of your strategy. The strategy that you execute. And then the very last thing you do in this phase is you return your strategy cards. So these have all been played, they're all inactive. You would line them back up in the common area to set up for a new phase 1 in which everybody would select new strategy cards. And that is the end of phase 3 and the end of a game round. Alright, so that is the entire game loop, just spanning those 3 videos right there. Everything, all the other details expand out from there and can pretty much, if you understand what I've gone over in these 3 videos, you don't really need to know anything else going into the game unless you're just curious about a particular aspect or you really want to prepare yourself in a certain way. But if you understand these parts, you'll do well. You can catch on to everything else fairly quickly as to what's going on, and get a good feel for the game. All right, we'll see you in the next video.